So the first thing we'll need to do is we will grab our ellipse tool, go to where it has the rectangular tool, click and hold down to bring up the stack of tools. Third one down is the ellipse tool. Click on that and we'll draw out a fairly good sized circle. Ellipse, if you press down the shift key, it will constrain it to a circle, and then we'll draw a slightly smaller circle. That's fine. Now we want to add a few more circles based on these circles that have be concentric. So what we'll do is we will go to the center, and you see on the smart guides it's telling you in that green hard to read text that I'm above the center. If I hold down the option key, it'll draw from that center point, and if I hold down also the shift key, it'll draw a circle instead of just any old ellipse. So I'll draw it out to there. I'll go over to the center point here. I'll press down the option key and the shift key, and I'll drag down until I get somewhat the same size as the other one. I can see that because that green line is telling me that I'm aligned with the bottom where my mouse is. So let's switch to the selection tool, and we're going to select both of these. I'm going to shift and select. So I got the top two circles selected. I'm going to change the color to something I can see. It doesn't really matter what. And I'm going to change the stroke color to none. So those has an orange fill and a stroke color of none. And now I'm going to click anywhere off that and use the blob brush. Now to use the blob brush, two things you have to have. If I want to blob onto something, I need to use the same color as the objects, and those objects need to be selected. So I'm going to grab the blob brush, and actually the stroke has to be the same color as the fill. So I'm going to swap the fill and the stroke. So the blob brush stroke is orange also. Then I'm going to switch back with the command key to the selection tool real quick and select that. Add the shift key and select the top circles. And I'm going to double click on the blob brush to show the options. Since we want a smooth line, we're going to go ahead and up this fidelity to something really high, 20, as high as it goes. And we're going to go back to these objects, and we're just going to just sort of basically try to freehand connecting lines, and then go back and fill in this empty part. Okay. So if you're happy with that, actually let me try to make this match a little better. And that's a little rougher than I wanted over at the corners here. So let me grab the direct selection brush. I mean the direct selection tool. and it's showing me that this is actually a corner point. So what I'm going to do is I want to keep this tangent as close as I can to the circle, and I'm just going to straighten it out a bit. Keep the curve as close as being the same as possible, and then I'm going to change it to a smooth point. I'm going to check this other one. Looks close enough. I'll make this a little longer. Okay. The other thing you can do to smooth things out is you can marquee around. Whoops. You can marquee around these points here. And then try using the object path simplify, which will remove points. Click OK. I'm going to click off of here to see what it looks like. That's all right. So I'm going to grab the direct selection tool, and I'm going to take the object, arrange, and send to back. And then I can select front circles and change them to whatever color I want. So you get something like that.